Hello and good evening, everyone. I am Gary Gatto, and welcome to P1 Broadcasting coverage of Championship Sunday, round 9 of Season 3 of the Votive Indy Oval Series. As tonight we come to you from the world's greatest race course, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, for tonight's finale. And Luis, as always, Luis Gonzalez-Nunez is joining me in the booth. But Luis, the championship has been decided. We decided that one race earlier with Clindy clinching at the last event to become now a two-time champion here in the Votive Indy Oval Series, for the last 2 seasons. So it makes Indianapolis rightfully so. All everyone is caring about tonight here at Indianapolis is just the win. But there's still a lot of places to be considered changing in the top 10 other than P1 and points. But everyone here is just really racing after the W, as really Indianapolis should be.
Yeah, it is kind of like a funny to say, but everyone clinched the championship so far for now, and it's kind of sad also too. But anyway, talking about another thing. For sure, Clindy already clinched last week with the race in Milwaukee. Now today, everyone wants to win the Indianapolis for sure. So far is one of the I don't want to stay on the back and just keep in track and finish the race by nothing. I want to win Indianapolis at least, even if it's not 500 miles. I want to win in here and be the best and finish the race, finish the championship by on the top, because even if the championship is concluded, the people remember who won the last race for sure. And for example, we remember Mohamed Omier was the last winner in season 2 in that day when the Clindy clinched again the championship by 2,000 of a second in that race when Logan Edwards finished third. So, and the first one was Josh Ward. That was for 2 tenths actually, 2 tenths of the second winning the race. But today, could be new winner, new poleman. We don't know yet. We're gonna figure it out until we still have 2 minutes remain of the 10 minutes qualifying for 4 laps.
Yeah, we're doing 4-lap average speed qualifying, so that's why we're not showing any times on the screen right now. It would just be wrong. But we can show you the order provisionally where we sit. And here that is right now. As Casey Povolonis currently on the provisional pole with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left to play. And the big news coming into the week here in Votive, and you saw it as we led into today's broadcast, is the Season 4 schedule. And I will put that up one more time on the screen, and I'll put it up again towards the end of the broadcast. So if you're watching for the first time and are curious about participating in Season 4 of the Votive Indy Oval Series, there's the schedule starting January 11th, starting off with the Votive Indy Derby, the grand, I guess the biggest of the crown jewel events here in the series. That's their signature race. But there it is, January 11th to kick off the season, a 200-lapper. Then they go to Charlotte, Michigan for 300 miles, then Milwaukee, then Chicagoland, then Homestead, then Legacy, Phoenix, and then they're going to end with two races with 300 milers, Auto Club and Indianapolis, all the way in June of next year. So these are all 2026 dates. If you're thinking about signing up for next season, there's all the information you need, and also you could join the Votive Discord server. That is in the description, and you can join there to learn more and to sign up for next season, Season 4 of the Votive Indy Oval Series.
Yeah, actually, all the leagues is gonna be gone soon. After this race, then we are 2 to go for ERL. What else? Yeah, almost the only one stay is FIA,
Yeah,
the Formula Indy
Formula Indy Series,
yeah.
and they would actually wrap up in December as well, but we had to move some of our December clients around for the PRI Hoosier 500, which is a good segue at this point. Let's talk about the PRI Hoosier 500. There you go. I got some interesting stats for the PRI Hoosier 500 that was sent to me. We have 16 people, or 16 countries have registered from people from 16 countries. That's what I'm trying to say. Today, English language is hard for me.
Yes.
I don't understand why, but 16 countries, different countries are represented in the entry list. The Defendi race winner Phil Kraus is back as Robert Malechka continues their on-track rivalries. Robert Malechka is signed up. Brandon Trano is signed up, and it continues his pursuit of the Hoosier 500, the only Crown 500 jewel at MIS he hasn't captured. We have multiple top 500 split winners in the field as a pro driver from the NASCAR Coke Series. And the Support Series is seeing their best field as well, with 55 entries for the Veterans 100 and 48 for the pit stop competition. There's 113 entries current, which is a Hoosier 500 record. Of course, that goes back into the Open Wheels 500 lineage as well. And entries are accepted until 11 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So if you're thinking about entering into the Hoosier 500, you must get your entry in by tomorrow. So go to the Hoosier 500 webpage to sign up, and you can be part of racing history in December.
Yeah, actually, we are 41 days. My God, 41 days. You know what is funny? Yesterday, it's not like a real, but yesterday we talked about 100 days ago. And today it's 40 days.
That seems just like it. Well, we have the starting lineup already in, so we're in warm-up right now. Let's get that starting lineup in. And Casey Povolonis is going to get the pole. He held on with about 2 minutes left and still was able to get up to the pole. So congrats to Casey Povolonis for winning the pole here at Indianapolis. Logan Edwards, who finished third last time we were here, starts second. Andrew Marquez, who won his first ever series race, last race at Milwaukee, starts third. Vitor Guilherme is in second, or in row 2 on the outside, and P4. Anna Klimek, who's won a race this season at Iowa, is in row 3. Edson Santos, who has won and came into last season's race. Remember how close Edson came to winning the championship last season? Well, he is lining up in the 6th spot in row 3. Then we got Seb Alexander, who's looking to try to get a second-place finish in the points. Right next to him is the prodigy, or excuse me, not the prodigy. That's a little bit further on down. This is the catalyst, Andrew Wood. Is this Andrew Wood? Just make sure this is Andrew Wood. Normally he's in the 60s. I think that is Andrew Wood. He's got a number 16 today. Yeah, that is Andrew Wood, the number 16. Then we got Paz and Stouffer in row 5. I am just not sharp as normal today. Quilla and Clindy back on row 6. Forsyth and Hobson, row 7. Campbell and Smetana, hopefully I'm saying that right, row 8. Coker and Murphy in row 9. Lovern and Collins in row 10. There's the prodigy, Indy Kirkenbauer, right next to, wow, look at that row, row 11. Indy Kirkenbauer, Rick Ray Vaughn. We're going to watch this row right here. We have very young versus probably the oldest drivers in the lineup. And ton of speed and experience right there. Watch row 11. Then we got Johnson and Costner in row 12. Peterson and Mitchum in row 13. Trey Shadid and May in row 14. Hysong and Campbell in row 15. We got 2 Campbells in the lineup, by the way. We have Wayne Campbell and we have Ryan Campbell. I don't know if they're related. And then we got Jesper Orman, Dan Durazo in row 16. Pahusky and Ingrave in row 17. And Will Van Stearns Rounding out row 18. That's 35 cars. So, and if you're going to ask, yes, 35 cars in recent IndyCar history have started the Indy 500 as recent as 97 and 1979. We had 35 cars start the Indy 500.
Wait, 97?
97 and 1979.
Why? 97? How many? Why?
35. Weird rules.
Burkar, USAC.
Well, in 79, there was the USAC dispute, and that caused people to go for a court order to get extra cars put into the field. And then in 97 was the 25-8 rule, which ended up having to add extra cars to the lineup because those with guaranteed spots met the minimum speed that they had to qualify at that season, and they allowed them into the race. So those are the two reasons. In more modern history, the idea of 33 cars starting the race has really been a standard since 1934. But prior to 34, there were a number of instances that we had as many as 42 cars start in 1933, 40 cars in 34 or 32. 40 cars in 31, 38 cars in 1930, and 40 cars in 1911. But the standard 33 cars, it really started after 1933. That's an easy way to remember that stat. 1933, they had more than 33, but at 34, they ended up settling on 33. We're lining up to go racing here. What's that?
Tony George rules.
Yes.
Stack. 97. Do you know how much the field start the field today? You wanna know?
What's that? The strength of field?
Yes.
Last time I saw it was a 3.9K.
Okay, 39.67.
Nice.
Pretty nice. But why so high? Because the league is counted and make it the session by oval iRacing. Normally the leagues, I don't know why they do that, make the sessions by Formula or row iRacing. So that's why it's kind of like a different. But that's a good approach to see the real iRacing we want to see. And that's one is like, it should be like this. If you want to race in Roval, you have to show the real, there. Jasper Obran is not in the lineup. I see him in.
And he might be starting from pit road.
It is not the pit road even.
All right, so maybe he decided he did not want to race today. It is the middle of the night there where he's from. Help us keep all this good positive momentum. If you enjoy P1's coverage of the Votive IndyCar Oval Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you'll miss it on future P1 iRacing broadcasts. Getting ready to take the last green flag of the season for the Votive Indy Oval Series. It doesn't matter. It's all about the W today. The championship is decided, but one last big win still to be decided here at Indianapolis. Green flag in the air as Povolonis leads the field into one. Logan Edwards to the inside in turn 3 of Povolonis, and he's going to lead lap 1 here, or at least he wants to lead lap 1. And Povolonis will actually lead lap 1. He nips him at the line. Tyquilla side by side with Andrew Wood and Stouffer back on the south end of the racetrack.
So many cars, man.
I know. Ricky Paz, new driver for the Votive team inside of Stouffer. Gonna get shuffled out there as he loses 2 positions. There's A.J. Hobson in 15th spot. He finished on the podium for the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series, their Indy 500 just a couple weeks ago. Bolonis back to the front. Rick Ray Vaughn goes purple that time. Let's get the tree up. Here we go. It is Christmas time almost. Tree is up. We are
it's
doing
really depressed, actually.
Is it?
It's really depressed. The time changing now because it's like a 5:30 and it's really dark outside, and it sucks really. It's really sucks. But it is what it is. So soon as coming to Christmas, gonna be like a lights everywhere.
Here's Seb Alexander, and he's going to use the draft. The Povolonis going down the front straight and move Seb Alexander up into the 3rd spot. He is looking to gain on Durazo, who is 2nd in the points. Durazo a little bit further on back right now in 28th. There he is. He might have enough buffer that he can actually hang on to that lead. Here are the points coming into today's schedule, or today's race. Boom, here it is. Lindy clinched. So we got Durazo with 97 points back of Clindy. Then we got 106 back is Seb. That is actually going to be, if we look at Sim Racer Hub, that only puts Alexander 9 points behind Durazo. And we see Logan Edwards, Stouffer, Shadid, Hunter, Ingrave, Marquez, Murphy, Collins, Coker on a 3-way tie for 9th, and Povolonis in 12th. So a lot of these people in the top 10 with a very strong finish could jump a number of drivers. That's how close it is right now in the top 10.
It is very close for all these guys. Still in battle for the 2nd and 3rd on the podium, and even the 5th place could be 5th place is Stouffer. Could be even have a chance, little of a chance for a gain, maybe the 3rd place in there.
Yeah, there's 9 points between 2nd and 3rd. There's 36 between 3rd and 4th. So Seb might actually have a little buffer from Logan Edwards, but 6 points between 4th and 5th, 2 points between 5th and 6th, 4 points between 6th and 7th, 2 points between 7th and 8th. Then we have a 3-way tie, all 10 points behind 8th and 9th. And then Casey Povolonis 2 points behind what would be for 10th if that all shakes out. And then 9 points Mason Mitchum behind Povolonis. 6 points Santos behind Mitchum. So a lot of single point differences between a lot of drivers into the points coming into the final race of the season. We are at lap 8 of 120. 300 miles we have scheduled for today.
The weather condition now is 73 in the air, and 108 Fahrenheit in the track. So they told me the wind is coming from the north. It's 5 miles, but I don't know how it is the variation between entry to the turn 1 and entry to the turn 3. That is the big stuff in there, turn 3.
Vitor Guilherme down in the 5th spot now as he's moving back a little bit from his strong start. Lindy up 5. Tyquilla up 7. He's one of your big gainers right now in P4, following his associate teammate, technical teammate, Seb Alexander in 3rd. Seb up 4. Rick Ray Vaughn, to nobody's surprise, up 6, back in 16th. There he is. Murphy up 1. Jacob Collins up 2. Indy Kirkenbauer stalled out at the moment, but still a lot of racing to go as he gets a run on Shane Coker going down the backstretch. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide through the corner. Don't do it, boys. Very early to do that. Rick Ray Vaughn was thinking about it. So was Craig Forsyth. As we are all getting tied up behind Edson Santos.
Ray Vaughn is going. Don't know. He wants just going to the front now. And it's, yeah, but everyone is making the pass now.
And we will ride with Ryan Campbell, winner of 2 races this season, including the Votive Indy Derby. Down to 4th gear. Down to 4th gear again, just to keep the revs high. Now to 5th gear in the draft. Now the 6th gears. They still, the sound issue still bad. Lindy purple lap with a 40.4. Keep in mind that the miles per hour we're finding with this overlay in ATVO is about a mile per hour faster than what they're actually clocked in at. And there is Rick Ray Vaughn as well as Murphy. There's a lot of IndyCar experience behind in this shot. We got Rick Ray Vaughn, Murphy, AJ Hobson, Jacob Collins.
a lot of stuff over there.
Rick's trying to go on the outside. And, oh, and he makes it. Now we got Hobson on the underneath of Murphy. Ray Shadid taking a peek underneath High Song down the front stretch. Thinks better of it. Tyquilla on the outside of Logan Edwards, moving up in the 3rd spot, bringing Lindy with him and the whole outside line. Oh, contact! Vitor! How did he not take out a whole row of cars with him? Wow! Watch this again. And I think he might have just went a little high. It comes down. There's Andrew Wood.
Oh, net code.
Yeah, a lot of net code.
A big net code.
And just death wiggle. Oh, actually, we should watch from Chris Stouffer's point of view. Watch what it looked like from Stouffer's point of view here. Oh, 2 netcode instances on the same pair of cars. We got a new leader, Tyquilla, to the points.
Lucky, you know what? Lucky of
very
lucky, because the second touch by netcode, it was definitely the way to Andrew Wood, and even Stoffer going away. So it was really lucky netcode over there.
It's the
Also,
third time
NASCAR
that
can
Votive
give you
has.
good things.
Yep. This is the third time that Votive has raced at Indianapolis. First time was in Season 1, Round 7. Josh Ward pretty much clinched up his inaugural season championship by winning by 2/10 over Akash Rajesh and Charles Teed. And then, of course, we finished last season, Season 2, Round 9 here. Muhammad Omir won by 0.02 of a second, and that's the screenshot of, or the thumbnail that you have for today's event. That's how close that finish was. And he beat Clindy. Logan Edwards finished third.
Victor's kid hit the wall, and my, have a close. I don't know how the dead code is not jumping between Campbell and Victor, but they went wheel to wheel, almost wheel to wheel, and he hit the wall on turn 4.
Bit of a rough first part of this race for Vitor, and you're going to see it right here. He just goes out to the wall, and then right in front of A.J. Hobson.
He's a former poleman last season.
Vitor is now falling back as he's dropping back to the back right now. He does not have I think he's trying to get the pit road, and that's exactly what he does. Yeah, as he cuts in front of Will Stearns, and he is coming to pit road to get service for his Dallara.
No, he's gone.
Okay, so he's punching out. A bit of a rough day for Vitor. Back up to the front. Ty Quilla, Casey Povolonis. Povolonis to the point. 19 of 120. So the first round of pit stops not too far away, Lewis. Probably about another 10 to 15 laps for the first round of pit stops. And here comes Clindy in a timed pass with his teammate, and they're going to pull each other to the front here. Not quite. That was well timed, though. You can see them both pop out at the same time.
You're right. So all about the teams over there. One of the, like, it's not team, but close to be a team. In the nice block. It's not block. It's just I want to make the pass. So 2, 3, and 4 in the same way. Anyways, yeah, we are close. I think so. Clendy could be. We saw in ERN. They went far for 34, almost 35. So why not? It could be Clendy, even Quilla, and even Seb Alexander. Well, Seb Alexander was he came from back to the front.
Yeah, remember Seb started 33rd in the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace INDYCAR series, and got up in the top 5 late in the race. Rick Ray Vaughn in 12th spot, up 10 positions already. And he goes underneath Edson Santos. Whoa, no, the bottom side's not working anymore for Rick.
Ravens do it like a Raven do every time. Just try to attack the first steam and then stay on the front with get a chance to have a basically have a chance to win, maybe battle for the victory.
Edson Santos to the inside of Paz. Paz looking to the inside of Marquez. Povolonis, pole sitter, working on his racecraft, has definitely been improving. A win is not too off far in his distant future. Quilla, former winner here in the series, won at Pocono a season ago. Of course, Clindy, now 2-time champion, Season 2 and Season 3 here of the Votive Indy Oval Series. Seb Alexander, he's been in the top 3 in the points all season long. He's still looking for his first win. Chris Stouffer, winner at the Lionheart level, Area 51. Also in the Elite Racing League. ISRA car on the wall. That was Murphy, I think.
No, Raybon hit the wall. I don't know Murphy, but he tried to make the pass on Santos, but Santos used the same line that Raven did. I think Raven is furious there.
And using that high line with these older tires, the low line's just not as effective as it used to be. Track temp's at 108. The track temp's really not up there. I just think that maybe the tires now are, the higher line is the way to go to defend right now. As you saw Edson Santos pull off that defense of the 11th position. Logan Edwards in 6th spot. He's a winner in the Elite Racing League this season. Currently, he still leads the Rookie of the Year points, but he will lose that lead here in the closing stages because he's not able to race anymore in the series. Povolona's back to the point as he'll be racing in the Pro Series that runs opposite the Elite Racing League on Thursdays. Andrew Wood, former winner in the Lionheart Series. Also a winner in the Elite Racing League as well. Anna Klimek, winner at Iowa this season here at Votive. Andrew Marquez.
It's crazy because it's just Raven make the pass. Tyquil, my God, Raven here.
Andy Kirkenbauer net-coded into the wall. He might have damage, and he's getting passed down the backstretch right now by Johnson. Oh, and he's up into the wall. He's up in the wall. We might have a DC or some sort of mechanical. Kirkenbauer up in the wall. If he could tow, we don't go caution, and he does. We don't go caution. So the Prodigy has towed to the pit road. Not sure what happened there.
Incident, no? He just hit the wall. Actually, he went straight to the turn 2. Oh no, he went straight, basically. My God, Raven is working on the edge. Make the pass now. Make a pass for Ricky Paz, and now it's going for Andrew Marquez. I don't know. He's I don't know. It's crazy because it's getting close to everyone. Now Marquez make a lot of space. He saw the pass on Ricky Paz and on the lap in the turn 2. So now Raven is on 9th.
Raven up 13 spots. Tyquilla to the top. First round of pit stops very, very close as this time Seb comes with Ty, and also now coming through is Clindy up in the 3rd, and now our Pulsar threatened to get cycled back to 4th, but he holds on to the high side and keeps the 3rd position. And here comes Seb Alexander to the front in turn 3. Andrew Wood, Rick Ray Vaughn, tons of IndyCar starts between those two. Everybody in the top 10 has something that they have accomplished in the IndyCar community here in iRacing. It's just a remarkable, the level of talent in this particular series.
Oh, thank God I'm not racing over there because Tyquilla calling for the pits. Povolon is calling also too. What else? Nobody else. These two guys coming to the pit now.
Ty looking for a stall. hits his marks on the spot there. Casey Povolonis working his way down to his stall. Right there at the tail end of far end of pit road. Rick Ravon coming to pit road this time.
Anna Klemek also.
Anna Klemek coming to pit road, you're right. Will Van Stearns in the background coming to pit road for his first stop. This is a really easy race. It's like a first of 3 stops that they have to make. This will get them to 30, to 60, to 90, and then after that, they should be able to get home. Down and away is Rick Ravon. Up at the front is Clindy and Seb Alexander, as Clindy is making kind of his MO to go late into the first run, go as late into the first run as possible, as Seb Alexander comes to pit road. Ryan Campbell comes to pit road. A.J. Hobson comes to pit road. Shane Coker, Dan Durazo, who's second in points, coming to pit road. Coming off of pit road is Will Stearns. It is Clindy, Stouffer, Edwards, Wood. All 4 of these guys know how to save fuel, and let's throw Andrew Marquez into that same group as well. Ricky Paz doing a pretty good job hanging out in the lower portion of the top 10. Now he's in 6th in his first Votive Indy Oval Series race. He's debuting for the VRL team.
A lot of people on the pit. This is coming out now. Durato, Coker, Campbell.
Glendy coming to pit road. Logan Edwards coming to pit road. Jacob Collins coming to pit road. Wayne Campbell in that 42 coming to pit road. Hunter Ingrave, purple, with a 40.7. Leader is now Chris Stouffer with lap traffic in front of him in the form of Durazo and Hobson. Both those guys have pace. Here comes Stouffer to pit road. Andrew Wood coming to pit road. Marquez coming to pit road. Paz coming to pit road as we're getting really tight on pit road. Oh, right there at the cones, and it was getting tight. Eric Peterson on pit road. Gary Lovern pit road. Johnson pit road. Costner pit road. As Costner missed his marks. And Craig Forsyth running long. Mark Murphy running long. Mason Mitchum running long. Hunter Ingrave running long.
Mason's called it to the pit now. Forsyth also called it.
Here comes Craig Forsyth. Here comes Mark Murphy. Mason Mitchum. There's Hunter Ingrave. Hunter Ingrave's going to stay out for another lap.
Interesting. I have to watch this because 36 laps or 37.
I mean, he's getting in the neighborhood of doing 100 miles on a single tank.
Yeah, Santos black flag.
Speeding on pit road, Fredson Santos.
No, he crossed the line.
Oh, yeah, okay, crossed the line coming off of pit road, okay. So Hunter Ingrave, does he make the turn down pit road? Yes, he does. But 2 laps shy of going 100 miles for his first opening stint. That is pretty good, and he has one of the first stalls, so he can hit pit road right away.
Oh, here we go.
Aquila now with Rick Ravon in his slipstream right now, as we got Seb Alexander right behind Rick Ravon. Anna Klimek is in 5th. They're all move up a spot as Hunter Ingrave now moving down pit road, but unfortunately fortunately for him, his stall is one of the first ones, but unfortunately he has to come all the way down pit road at pit road speed limit and see all these cars pass him as Andrew Wood now. Ricky Paz goes purple. Smetana goes purple.
Everyone is going fast, and Santos is in pit now. Yes, in pit, serving the penalty for unsafe exit.
Yeah, this is a drive-through apparently. Back up front it is Ty Quilla, who went exactly at 30 laps, so we expect to see him in about 13 laps from now, back on pit road. Or 23 laps from now, excuse me. Math is hard. Durazo, purple lap, 225 flat. That's about a 224 flat. 40.7 is accurate. Seb's going to follow through Ty. They're going to race wheel to wheel with Ray Vaughn through the south-north end of the racetrack. Now they come out of the fourth turn, head south towards turn one. Here comes Rick Ray Vaughn to the outside, trying to get this lap led. He will. Knows him at the line. Move Rick back up to the point. Up 21 spots, Rick Ray Vaughn. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway Whisperer. Mark Murphy and Dan Durazo. Durazo up 17 spots. We thought Rick Ray Vaughn was up a lot. Durazo, he's up 17 at the moment.
Yeah, he started 31st. That's why 17. It could be a little bit more with a strategy going front. Maybe.
But the problem is starting that far back and trying to get to the front quickly, as we see Murph blink there. Is you really got to be on the move for the entire race in a race this short. A 500-mile race would be more to probably his strategy, as we are all grouped together. Andrew Wood side by side with Povolonas and Marquez just ahead of him. Also involved in that battle is Craig Forsyth.
That's why Raven. I know we see Raven do this stuff. It's like a kind of chalk, but at the same time, it's like the timing is running fast. And once, if the race is finished and green, should be Russell take it so long for going on the front. Why Raven did? Because he knows it's gonna be a short race.
Yeah, this is
one click. So
it's a bit of a sprint marathon, so to speak. As you gotta really. You could marathon your way once you get to the front, but getting to the front, you got to do it quickly, and Rick Ray Vaughn did do that. He's up 20 spots into second position, but flirting with 21 in Peru, blending to the inside of Stouffer. If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of Championship Sunday. But the championship has been decided, so let's just call it get a win at Indianapolis Sunday. Of the Votive Indy Oval Series coming to you from Indianapolis. We've now completed 42 of 120 laps. We're just past the 100-mile mark of this 300-mile event. If you're enjoying tonight's coverage, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race, including coverage of our Tuesday night open wheel doubleheader featuring the INDYCAR Oval Series top split, now at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time with the time change, followed by the new iRacing Indy Next Oval Series now at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you like open wheel oval racing, and we know you do, chances are you do because you're watching this, then make P1 your home on Tuesday night starting at 7:15 p.m. Eastern now with the time change. I tell you what, nobody's helping out Rick Ray Vaughn up the front. The technical teammates are not lending him one hand whatsoever.
I don't want that guy on the front.
I'm not helping him. I'm you, no. Yeah.
The same time, it can be worse. Wow, it's getting a little bit close to the pass, but it could be at the same time like leave this guy, this Raven, leave Raven on front. And we can save a little fuel and maybe make a splash. To be honest, saving fuel in this race doesn't work. It's not like saving fuel. That's why all these guys, Clendy, Alexander, what else did the 30 laps? Willa, even Stoffer did 34 laps. That's the predictable lap. But the other one did 30 laps. So something we don't see many times is always they wait until the end to come into the pit, but so far it's I think just playing each other. It's not I want to you be on the front. It's just playing. But I think it's gonna be decided in the pit road. To be honest, who make a mistake,
right,
and the black flag on the exit is gonna be the point. For now, all good for everyone.
Quilla back to the points. Rick Ray Vaughan went 31 laps in his last stint. Quilla went 30 laps on his first stint. He is now 14 laps into his current stint. Rick is 13. So they're about halfway through their runs. Lindy taking a look at the inside of Stouffer again. Thinks better of it. Stouffer with a big run on the outside of Anna Klimek. And clears Klimek on the high side through 2. Move Chris Stouffer up to 4th. Andrew Marquez underneath of Ricky Paz going into turn 3. Paz stays high, Marquez stays low, and Murph blinks out. And Murph was going to get the position. Back up front, Rick Ray Vaughan to the point. Don't forget, in December, P1 becomes the broadcasting home for the prime time home. Today at the 500, sponsored by Oil and Gas Safety Supply, your nightly destination for all the action leading to the prestigious PRI Hoosier 500. The last kiss of the bricks for 2025 starts right here, and also on the Elite Racing Network. The countdown is on, so pucker up and don't miss a second of the action. Like, share, and subscribe to stay locked in. We'll see you in December. We're about 40 days out now, according to LGN. And remember, 16 countries represented on the entry list. 113 entries total. And don't forget, this is the last race of the season. We will interview our season champion at the end of this race, as well as the podium. And then we will talk about the season ahead that starts January 11th at Kentucky for the 4th running of the Votive Indy Oval Derby, or the Votive Indy Derby for the Votive Indy Oval Series. Oh, Durazo getting close to the wall off of 2, having to take evasive maneuvers. Here's Coker to the inside of the cat. Durazo up 14 spots. Casey Povolonis, unfortunately, started from the pole, but he is down 13. He's in 14th position right now. Jeff Hysong up 9. Hunter Ingrave up 8. Mark Murphy up 7. Your biggest gainer right now is Rick Ray Vaughan up 20. Ty Quilla up 10, and they're running at the point right now. Everybody trying to make a pass down the straightaway. Hobson popped out. Marquez popped out.
Like, I thought Wood is gonna go to the wall.
I know, we just caught it. Paz going to take a peek to the inside of Andrew Wood. Hey, yo! I thought he was going to push up in the wood, and he rolled out of it. This is behind Craig Forsyth. $231 into the trap going into turn 1. in case you are wondering. The track record here. The 4-lap track record and the 1-lap track record set by Ari Leindeck, and the unofficial track record also set by Ari Leindeck. 239.2. Single lap record 237.4 during qualifications. 4-lap average 236.9. And that has stood since 1996. Andrew Wood in your living room.
He always said, I hope somebody broke the record, because it's every time he's asking me the same thing. And,
you know, it used to be every year the record would kind of fall, especially during the 80s. With a handful of years, that was the exception. Durazo looking to make a handful of positions up here in turns 3. Oh, Gary Lovern goes high. We're 3 wide. High Song in the middle. Don't want to be 3 wide on that portion of the racetrack. Peter Spatana in that red, white, and blue car. He's getting freight trained on the outside right now. But yeah, most of the time they would, especially through the 80s, they would reset the track record kind of over and over again, and it was kind of a normal thing. And to have that track record still sitting there 30 years later, it's going to be 30 years next year. That just really says something about kind of the direction that IndyCar wanted to go after that. Although the speeds did escalate, not necessarily at Indianapolis, because they went away from the turbocharged cars at Indianapolis because of the split. But the turbocharged car did have the closed course speed record with 240 plus, Gilles de Ferran at Fontana. But it's right at 2,000. So if you have a line chart, and if you have one line representing technology and one line representing speed, they will both intersect right there at that point in 2,000. That speed and technology never got any faster than the 240 lap that de Ferran did at Fontana. And they keep allowing the drivers to kind of flirt with getting back up into the mid-230s, getting into kind of that range again. In fact, we've just recently reset the pole speed, because the pole record was held by Scott Brayton for the longest time at Indianapolis, until recently got beat by Scott McLaughlin of all people here very recently. But the overall track record still has not been beaten, because when Ari set that track record, it was on day 2 of qualifications, back when they had multiple days of qualifying. Now they no longer have that type of old USAC rules in qualifying. But I don't know if we'll ever see them get that fast again. I would love to see them get that fast again. I would think they might have a couple of opportunities now if they're going to use this older car for a few more seasons, considering that they kind of know what to expect from these cars. They've had them for so long, since 2018, at least this Aero package. Maybe they will allow them to go faster, but I don't know if they will just for safety's sake, not allow them to go faster. I don't know. But I'd love to see the track record fall.
27 or 28 is going to be the new car?
Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa,
so
Quilla gave a lot of room. I think more than he wanted to. Oh, and he slides down in front of Sam Alexander and does a crossover on Rick. Now he's going to get a run. Here comes Clindy, and Clindy's going to use his teammate to pull himself forward around. You see Rick go to the bottom to give dirty air to Clindy. He saw him coming. And now Clindy, who made a position on Stouffer, then lost it, all in the north-south end of the racetrack. Excuse me. Pit stops coming up here in the next 3 to 4 laps for our 2 leaders. Oh, but here comes Seb Alexander, and we're going to go 3 wide at the line of the 1. But I think it's going to be Rick on the other side. Seb might follow him through. There's Trace Shadid coming off of pit road. I believe that's a scheduled stop for Trace.
Yes.
He might be trying a bit of an undercut. He only went 25 laps on that stint, unless he had some damage. Here comes Clindy to the inside with no help from his teammates.
It's a help. If you see it, it's a help because they threw the dirty air to Stoffer.
Well, I guess that is help, yes.
Oh, not anymore.
But Glindy is now ahead of Stoffer. As we are reaching the halfway point of this race.
Somebody's not gonna finish the race. I hope everyone finishes the race.
Well, if they keep racing 3 wide to turn 3, some people aren't going to finish the race, and then they go, and Seb Alexander comes out on the other side as the leader.
Ty Quilla to the pit now.
Up, Ty coming in right at 30 laps. Batana
Could be staying a little bit more.
coming to pit road. Casey Pahutsky coming to pit road. Oh,
Somebody, I would.
Murphy Wood got really tight through there. Now we got A.J. Hobson down low. Campbell up high. And then right behind him, that is Trace Shadid, who just came off of pit road. Trying to hoping for a bit of an undercut right now. He's 1 lap down. Caution, Hysong in the wall as pit stops are being undertaken right now. Contact. And I think it got Hunter Ingrev. Let's watch again. This is between.
What? He got stuck in the wall.
Oh, he got stuck in the wall, and
Peterson, he couldn't
Peterson,
avoid him.
yeah.
It just
Hunter Ingrave's involved.
ah.
I don't know how damaged he is.
Peterson, I think it's okay.
Peterson might have had
no.
some unseen
It's okay.
damage.
No. iRacing forgive him.
Well, we will
Rick
see.
Raymond have a penalty, drop to end. Oh, he came to the pits.
Was he coming to
He
pit
came
road?
the pit with the, he came to the pit with the pit road closing. Mama.
And yeah, let's see. Let's ride with Rick. And yeah, caution. And I don't know if he had no choice. He had to come to pit road. But there you see clearly red lights on the left side coming to pit road. And that's going to be a penalty for Rick, who drove all the way from the back to the front. Will now have to do it again here. He drove from the back of the front in the first half of the race. He's going to have to do it again here in the second half of the race. But I don't know. He's staying out. I don't know if he'll be allowed to. Yeah, he's got to go back to the back of the end of the pack because everyone's passing him right now.
Oh no, he's out of fuel. That's why he came to the pit.
Yeah, I had no choice. That's what I thought. I mean, the red lights blinking at pit road, at pit entry, was pretty evident. And he's a pretty savvy driver.
Ah.
And it looked to me he had plenty of time to say, I can't do that, because his dash was flashing caution. You could see the LCD screens on the outside fences flashing caution, and the red lights at pit road were flashing. I'm not open. So I mean, he's smart enough to know that. I'm thinking he had no choice, and that makes sense now. What was Ty doing down in the grass down the backstretch?
Cut to the grass.
Trying to cool his tires?
No.
You can't do that anymore, I know, but I don't know why he's down on the grass.
So we used to, long time ago, when I raced INDYCAR don't have any damage mode, nothing about the tires, just everything for NASCAR. We used to went to the high line to cool down the tires, and it works. Until iRacing start to add stuff for tire stuff and things like that. That's what I learned from people. Not for negative for people names inside the track, and they told me, oh, if you do this, you can cool down your tires and works a little bit in yellow flag. But no, now it's like nope.
Rick Rivon
Actually, you can make it dirty.
Rick Rivon came to pit road, and I don't think he went up on the jacks there. He just topped off the tank, I think. Yeah. And he's down. Yeah, he's done and away.
The problem is have a black flag, but this black flag is not dropped to end. I don't want to think about it. He exit to the pit with the pit closed. No, the pit is open, but they don't show me what kind of black flag have.
All right,
so a black flag means it could be drive through. It's gonna pull over.
Ty keeps going to the grass. Not sure why, but Peter Smetana in that red white. Okay, so we're gonna go green. Not next time by. We're gonna go one more lap. Peter Smetana is currently in second spot, and he comes to second by staying out because he pitted about 2 laps prior to the caution. Same thing with Pahutsky. I think they all came in at the same time as Quilla, so they just stay out. They will pick up the track position. So their early pit strategy paying off right now. And Pahutsky now third. Then those that just stopped is Seb Alexander. Then Clindy, Chris Stouffer, Anna Klimek, Craig Forsyth, Logan Edwards, Ricky Paz. Ricky has done a great job today hanging with the top 10 in his opening race here in the series. Andrew Wood is there in 11th. Mark Murphy, 12th. He's up 6 spots. Ryan Campbell, 13th. A.J. Hobson, remember, he finished on the podium in the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series, their Indy 500, just a couple weeks ago. He is in 14th position. Andrew Marquez, 15th. Winner at Milwaukee. Dominant at Milwaukee. Jacob Collins. You can catch him bringing you the action for the Indy Next Series, the iRacing Indy Next Series Road and Oval on Monday and Tuesday nights. Now starting an hour earlier. Durazo, second in points right now in 17th spot, up 14 positions. Gary Lovern in 18th there. Shane Coker, the host with the most, and 19th. And Casey Povolotus has started from the pole. Continues to fall down through the field. He is in 20th spot. Not the kind of race that he was hoping for. And it kind of gives him some things to circle on, things to do and improve upon. Getting ready to go green this time by. It is Quilla Smetana in his first race in the series. Pahutsky, Alexander, and Clindy, your top 5. Green flag at lap 66.
Green flag.
And then we are recording in the back. And here comes Rick Rivon to pit road.
Yeah, I can have a drive-through because don't know why.
It's entering pit road. That's got to be it.
No, he already served that.
I don't know what the other one was then.
It was open, but when he exited,
3 wide down the backstretch, going into turn 3. Sorry, A.J. Hobson to the inside. Oh, Murph and Campbell side by side.
Oh, where is it? There it is. Oh, my. Look at that 3 wide. Wow, nice block for
Smetana to the point.
That's the middle one.
And here comes Pahutsky. But Clindy through the middle now. He reaches his teammate. He's going to say, okay, settle up. Smetana fades a little bit on Seb. Seb to the point now.
We still have one more stop, actually.
Yeah. And Smetana in that very as iRacing can be livery. Whatever works. Kind of reminds me of something that I think Ray Hall.
I know what. No, I know what.
What?
One, sorry. Ariel Leidendek. 97, maybe?
Well, yeah, you're thinking of the INDYCAR a little bit. Yeah. The 97, the 97 winner that he used to win at Indy in Texas. But Seb Alexander back to the point. And Smetana's going to make it 3 wide again, going into turn 3. And here you have now the two-time rating and defending series champion, his teammate on the outside, and they are racing someone they don't know in his first race here in the series, and he takes it 3 wide in the 3. You got to be thinking those two are like, whoa, boy.
You know how much iRacing have Smetana, I think this is the one. Okay, the Smetanas, you know how much iRacing have? 6.2. So
Smetana with the 6.2 I rating?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, if he has 6K I rating, then we got to give this guy some respect. But still, I mean, I don't think any of these guys know who he is. And so when a guy takes it 3 wide on you and the first time in his first league race, and he blinks out. And he's out.
Sorry.
Oh, he's back.
My God. I'm going to put this on the table, and I think everyone had to know him. 6.2 in oval, 5.8 in road, 6.5 in Formula Road, 5.6 in dirt oval, and 7.4 in road, in dirty road. So,
all right.
basically the guy is racing everything.
Oh, Logan Edwards into the wall off a 3.
Oh no.
He seems to be okay now. All right, well, let's put some respect on Smetana's name then. If he's got a 6K I rating, I mean, he's up there with Clindy with a 5K, 6K I rating. He's up there with Seb with a big I rating. He's up there with Christopher. I mean, all these cars in the top 5, all the 4 of these cars. So Clindy, Alexander, Stouffer, Quilla, all are top split regulars in the Indy Oval Series on Tuesday nights. And those are normally 4K plus splits, high 4K split races, sometimes even 5K. And here we go.
The last thing to say, if it have, oh my God, it's coming. Taquila, my. If it have a big rating or whatever, it's no means his expertise in this or whatever. Everything could happen. So it's just a numbers. Just a number.
But again, unless these guys are paying attention, they race kind of the same people over and over again during the week in the community. And I stay, pretty aware of all the names out there. You know I do. And this is the first time I've seen Smetana in a lineup. And, without even looking at his iRacing, I don't see him in a lot of oval races on Indy Oval. I don't know if he's an open. I don't know if he's in Indy Next. But he's making his first start here in Votive Indy Oval, and he is putting on a show at the front with a 2-time defending series champion now, Clindy. Ty Quillen, that green car winner in the series. As actually Smetana gets into the wall in the short shoot a little bit. Seb Alexander on the podium right now in the points this season.
Well, it's no surprise about to have a oval Formula and road rating. The surprise is about the dirty road and dirty oval.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I do zero dirt track racing, either oval or road. I could care less about those two disciplines, but if you got big I rating in those two as well, you must have really good car control. and fast hands.
Like AJ Foy.
Tony Stewart. Or the new NASCAR Cup
Mario
Series
Andretti.
champion, Kyle Larson. Which, by the way, I hate the NASCAR, how you win the championship in the final race. You just have to beat the guys, the other 4 guys, the other 3 guys you're getting against. I feel so bad. And I'm not a big NASCAR fan, but I feel so bad for the 11 car that didn't win. The dude is the same. I think he's the same age as Scott Dixon, and deserved to get his first championship, and didn't get it because there was a caution with like 4 laps to go. He could see his championship in front of him, and they threw a stupid caution, and then that turns into being a stupid green-white checker finish. I can't stand NASCAR so much. They're just stupid rules because of that. But people out there love it.
About this,
people love it.
Remember me the stuff from yesterday. Everything about yesterday. You're talking about they are so close with 4 to go. Same happened yesterday with 4 outs to go. And mama. No good.
So if you're not following along at home, Lewis is a transplanted now Blue Jays fan.
Depende season.
And I feel your pain. I feel your pain. As a Red Sox fan, I was a strike away from winning the World Series at one point in my youth. And in '86, I was a strike away from winning the World Series. I remember crying that night knowing that the curse was not going to allow the Red Sox to win Game 7 in '86. So I know how you feel. I got closer. I was later rewarded with, by believing in my and just by holding on to my fandom with the Red Sox. I was later rewarded with 4 more World Series wins. But the reason why I was rooting for the Dodgers in that series is because of Dave Roberts. If Dave Roberts doesn't steal second base in Game 4 of the 2004 American League Championship Series against the Yankees, if he doesn't successfully steal second base, the Red Sox are swept in that series, and the Yankees go to the World Series again. Him stealing that base, actually, basically, if you want to look further, is Kevin Millard getting on base, getting the walk against Mariano Rivera, is kind of what started all that. But really, Dave Roberts stealing that base is what really led to the Red Sox winning the next 4 games, and then winning the next 4 games in the World Series and winning that 2004 World Series championship. But I understand what it's like to be so close, but not win it. I understand.
It sucks. It's winning 4-2.
And then you got to do it all over again next season, and there's no guarantees because the baseball season's so long.
I know, it's just so unpredictable, all of this stuff. And then, you know what, Miguel Rojas, when he caught the ball, I can't believe it. He put the knee in the dust in there, and he did normally. The knee stuck over there, but the guy got to the knee, jumping, and he threw the ball in the
and
base.
Will Smith stepped off the plate and got back on the plate just in time. But being as someone that caught in high school and also in Little League, trying to do a force out at home and keeping your foot on the plate is very difficult because the plate is flush with the dirt and you can't feel it. So you're kind of feeling around back there. Where do I need to put my foot? So if could you imagine what he would feel like though if he lifted his foot and then the hand got in there and it was safe?
I know
how he would feel. So yeah, that play at the plate was a lot tougher than it looks. As someone that caught in grade school and Babe Ruth League and also in high school, I caught in intramurals in college. I didn't play in college. But as someone that caught on a regular basis, that is very, very hard. Very hard.
It was super slow. Even after with the broken bat, when I hear the broken bat, it's like okay, whatever. Because the broken bat is slowed down the ball, so it's like oh. Even Guerrero said, you know what? When I saw all of this, I saw the broken bat. It's gone. That's why. I don't mind, actually, to be honest. It's okay about the game, blah, blah, blah. Some people say this is disappointment and blah blah blah, but man, the Yankees don't win it the World Series since 2009.
Fine with me.
That's sucks.
Fine with me.
Also too. Yeah.
Yankees. Oh, Spatana blinks out again. Now he's back. Yeah, Yankees don't need to win another. As far as I'm concerned, the Yankees don't need to win another World Series ever. I don't care. As a Red Sox fan, I could give really two craps about the Yankees.
Red Sox. Yeah, no. But they say so far is the most excited. That's what the Spanish people said.
Yeah, I watched the game from about the 7th inning on, and I didn't leave it. It was really exciting, and I really didn't have a dog in the race, but I was kind of leaning toward the Dodgers because of Dave Roberts. But I didn't. Yeah, I was actually feeling the angst for the Toronto fans being so close, and then, you know, getting that homer to tie it up, and then it's all of a sudden it's like, what now? You know, you see all the fans like, what now? It's like, well, extra innings.
Oh my God.
And that pitcher, the Yamamoto, what's his name? Was it Yamamoto? The pitcher?
Yamamoto.
Yeah, he just said on 2 days rest. Yeah, that's amazing. You don't see pitchers come out on 2 days rest anymore just because everything's so specialized. Seb Alexander's caught Rick Ray Vaughn on the racetrack. Rick is now first car 1 lap down. Actually, he's 2 laps down now when the leaders pass him. But I don't think they're really going to work with him very much at the front here.
I don't want to think about it. Maybe Ray Vaughn came back. I started to slow down because 10 laps ago I saw it in the half track.
And maybe he did.
So maybe he slowed down.
Oh, Seb Alexander down low under Rick Ray Vaughn going into 1.
He just slowed down for getting some excited in the race. But the problem is, I don't want to get excited if we are leading and battle with him. He don't have nothing to lose in this race. It's kind of like a danger zone in this part.
Yeah, I feel real bad for Denny Hamlin. But
Denny Hamlin really won the champion one time.
No, he's never won.
No way.
Yeah, he's
Cannot be.
No, he's won. He's won the Daytona 500 3 times. That's his biggest thing, but he never has won the Cup Series championship. No, never.
I don't believe it because the guy is on the front always.
Best finish, I guess, would be this year, I guess? I don't know. Best finish second, yeah, 2010 and 2025 in the championship, yeah. And he is 44, and I believe Scott Dixon is roughly the same age, and everyone's saying Scott Dixon's old.
No, man, I can't believe it. Demi Hamlin.
Scott Dixon's 45. Scott Dixon's only 1 year older, so I think Scott Dixon can definitely win another IndyCar championship for sure, and I think Denny Hamlin can do it. But I just feel bad for Denny that now we've got a 3-way battle going into turn 1 here. That his dad is sick and might not see another chance of him winning the championship. So as someone that's lost a parent, I feel that pain. I understand what he must be going through there. So it is hard as wow, they get wheel to wheel coming off it too. And here goes Rick 3 wide down the backstretch.
Which could be, somebody like deserve it and never won the champion.
Who an IndyCar but never
oh my God, this is the guy is getting everything.
Oh, who's never won an IndyCar championship but deserves one?
Yeah.
Helio Castroneves.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
That's a
I'm
for
talking
sure.
about in the old times.
I have to think about that one. Ooh, 7 to the
He hit the
wall
wall.
on the north end of the racetrack, and he hit it good because he has slowed up a little momentum as Spatana comes to pit road.
I hit the hit and that's it. Crazy.
Let me see here.
It's crazy to imagine a Hamlin with well, it's staying like a Daytona. Oh, sorry, Indianapolis. I prefer to win 4 times this, but don't win the championship. I prefer to, yeah. Maybe some people. I prefer to catch 4 championships.
Tyquilla, Stouffer, Forsyth, Durazo, Katz. Excuse me. Logan Edwards coming to pit road. Povolona's coming to pit road. Lindy now your leader as he's using Rick to kind of help pull away a little bit from Seb.
So Glendy is in 29, so it should be coming now. There it is.
Yeah, he's coming in now. This is final stops for everybody. AJ Hobson. We got
no.
Marquez.
What a lucky guy.
Marquez, Lovern, and Coker coming to pit road.
The entry on the pit road, Glendy in 63.
Oof.
It's okay. It's 50, 60. Yeah.
Ooh.
Very lucky though. Even more, I can say though.
So who is the next biggest, has the most wins on the IndyCar? Castro Neves has 31 wins, no championship.
Like won the Indy 500 2 times and then no champion. I cannot believe it. Hamlin is still not the champion. I thought he won it many times, or maybe at least one. Maybe Keselowski won 1 or 2 times. Somebody hit the wall. But no, Demi Hamlin is still.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. So basically, Clendy is a leader. Stoffer is second.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look.
No.
I'm gonna have to look again on my. I had a list going of most wins without a championship, and it was by far and away Helio Castroneves. 3 wide going into turn 3. Stouffer down low. Quilla up high. Coming with Stouffer is his teammate. That is the blue car there of Craig Forsyth, and Clinty the pink car. Durazo. He's also in this battle too, but he is back further in the order now. So we're watching what will happen when people come to pit road. Your current leader is Jacob Collins with Anna Klimek, Mason Mitchum in 3rd. Adam May is in 4th, and Murph on pit road is in 5th as he goes right up to the wall.
Whoa.
And that is going to be an unforced error for Murph as he's still trying to aim the car right. He's having problems. And he just punches out.
One more pit.
Murphy's still trying, yeah.
Oh, it's blanking.
And here
I see
comes
that question
Collins,
on-
here comes Klemick. As Mason Mitchum's going to stay out. May's coming to pit road. Edson Santos. He is now in 5th spot, falling quickly through the order as he's coming off a pit road.
Oh, wow, the blocking on the stopper. In the turn 2 to Campbell try to make the pass and the exit. No good there. No good. Or maybe... Ugh.
As we see a car still coming off a pit road.
I see the question in the chat about the steering wheel. John said about the steering wheel and bells and whistle and order to racing and racing. No, just you need to your steering wheel. Maybe if you don't have it, you can start it with the Logitech G29.
G29's a good one.
And then
Yep.
if you, yeah, but to start it, if you like it, it's better because it's cheap. So just for 200, you can get one. And then if you like it, you can invest a little bit more. You can go for Fanatec or like a you have it, the Sin Gomez steering wheel, or it's many. It's a lot of brands you can buy in internet. Just if you like it. If you don't,
Yeah.
and you think it's not good, don't even try to buy after the G29.
Yeah, so you make a good point. I would cautiously tell people that this can get expensive because iRacing is a subscription service, and you have to buy the car, you have to buy most of the tracks, as we are now all bound up at the front. Andrew Wood now up into the 3rd spot. The Catalyst starting something here with Stouffer, your leader, and Campbell in 2nd. Campbell 2 wins this season. We're going to go 3 wide down the backstretch with the lap car on the outside. And Andrew Wood's going to try to follow him through. Stouffer comes. Oh, wow. Oh, almost contact between Clindy and his teammate Quilla. A.J. Hobson in the neighborhood. But this could be very expensive. So not only do you want to talk about a good wheel, but at some point you'd be like, I need to make PC upgrades. I want faster storage. I need more memory. I want a better video card. And it can get very expensive very quickly. Dip your toe in first. Make sure you like what you're doing. Make sure you're progressing, that you're doing better toward each race. You don't have to be winning, but you're just progressing. You're getting better. Your racecraft is getting better. Your performance is getting better. You're getting licenses. You're moving up the chain in iRacing. And then, contact between Kaz and Durazo, sideways into the turn. And there it goes. We got Marquez backwards. We got, that is Sensen Santos in the air. Logan Edwards sideways.
Who's the
Casey
side
Povolonis.
of
Oh, no, Casey Pahutsky.
Ricky Bass inside. I think he chose his line, but I think Durazo make a mistake. And Marquez, the jumping car on there with Santos. Nothing.
Haz goes,
and
there's just
then
awful netcode to the inside on Logan. And how the heck Seb Alexander misses all that stuff?
Oh, who's the white?
Watch this. We're going to go back a little bit further. We'll just watch from Seb Alexander's point of view because we're going to have everyone coming to pit road, I'm sure, for new tires. But again, going back, we'll watch this and just dip your toe in. And then once you decide you want to get better, then probably the next best thing, watch this, is this is the parting of the Red Sea for Seb. We're going to go biblical here. Watch this. Oh, he actually hits the car to the inside. That's Povolonis. There was 2 Caseys involved there.
The Povolonis is more. It's much heavier there. Anna Klemek is involved too. Oh.
So you dip your toe in, get a good wheel, Get that like the G29, and then the next best thing you want to do is probably look at improving your pedals. That's what everyone says is the next. If you want the most improvement, go with the pedals first. I have Azatec. A lot of people, and there goes Rick Ray-Vaughan going back, getting a lap back. A lot of people go Fanatec. I'm not a Fanatec fan anymore, so I don't recommend or use anything Fanatec. They did me wrong, so I'm not going to represent them at all. But there are different pedals out there you could get that I recommend you take a look at. Then look at getting an improved wheelbase and wheel. I use Simicube for my wheelbase, and my wheel is Gomez Sim Industries. They make the best they make the best combo, in my opinion. But you can find other combos out there, and there's a lot of wheel manufacturers now that have all the bells and whistles on them.
I think that the cheapest after G29 is Fanatec for sure.
Yeah, the Fanatec,
all of this.
the Fanatec ecosystem, but you have to stay within the Fanatec ecosystem. Same thing with Moza. If you get something Moza, you have to stay within the Moza ecosystem. But if you get something that is more generic, that you could take, a Simicube wheelbase and put on any wheel that will fit it. Really, any wheel that will fit it. And it doesn't have to be. There's no such thing as a Simicube wheel out there. But they just make wheelbases. But you could get other wheels that are out there. And again, I'm a big GSI fan. They were at the Sim Gaming Expo. They're great to the community. They make a great wheel. Yes, pricey, yes, but they're meant to last. They are meant to last. Takers on pit road here at this pit stop. Smetana, Shadid, Campbell, that's Wayne Campbell, Mark Murphy, Stearns all came to pit road. And I think I have a lot of cars out there trying to burn off fuel, as a lot of these guys stayed out. It is Campbell, Stouffer, Wood, Quilla, Clindy, your top five.
What's the is an 11?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Seb and how he fell so far down.
Damage.
I don't know. Maybe something on pit road.
About he hit the wall.
I don't know, maybe
he hit the wall or something like that. Somebody hit the wall, and you mentioned that. Don't know. Maybe
he is damaged.
He have that.
Okay, lights are out on the pace car. We now have less than 20 laps to go for this season, and Lindy's already clinched the championship, as we mentioned. But everyone here now battling out for just the only thing that matters: a win at Indianapolis to close the season out before heading into the off season. And on that note, if you're just joining us, this is watching P1's coverage of round 9 and 9 Championship Sunday, the Votive Indy Oval Series, coming to you from Indianapolis. Where currently Ryan Campbell leads with 17 coming to 16 laps to go. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it on the next race. The next race for the Votive Indy Oval Series will be Sunday, January 11th at 8 p.m. as the series will kick off its fourth season with its crown jewel race. Your defending champion of that race is your leader. Taking a green flag right now is Brian Campbell, the Votive Indy Derby from Kentucky Speedway. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing tonight, then don't miss the action when the series starts its fourth season in a couple months from now right here on P1. Clindy taking a peek to the inside on Andrew Wood.
So now it's a race. Now they can race for the end. Who's gonna be on the stage on the front for the last 5 laps? I know it's 16 to go, but it's very important to be on the front of that stage. And Andrew Woods on the front. He stay all day long. It's not all day long, my. Not all day long, but ready in the middle of the pack. 5, 6, 7, 10, and now it's there in the best position to maybe win the race. It's too many people. These 3 guys should be amazing in the last lap. No.
All right, so to answer your question, Elio Castroneves, as we go 4 wide down the front straightaway, 3 wide into the corner. A lot of Alliance cars in the same neighborhood. They got to be careful. Rick Ray Vaughn goes purple that time by at the 39.9. But Campbell down low. Stouffer goes out high. Here goes Clinton to the inside. He switches back. He's going to follow his teammate on through. Here comes Tyquilla to the outside. We're going to go 3 wide into 3. Down the backstretch, 14 to go. Oh, Andrew Wood. Oh, God, we got Craig Forsyth into the wall. Caution.
I saw the contact with
Sam Costner.
Quilla and Stouffer. That's why Andrew Wood went decide to block, stay on the back.
And you see a whole host of cars go up into the wall, and I think Costner did the same thing. He gets to the wall, and then he just woes up, and Smetana's just there, and ends up in the back of him. Murph barely misses it. And we are cautioned. So that's all a reaction, folks, from everything that happened up front with and probably the best way to see that is if we come back here and we go to Andrew Wood, if we can find Andrew Wood. Here it is. Watch this. Andrew Wood. So Andrew, he slows up, but watch Forsyth. Forsyth, he kind of goes up into the wall. He goes up into the wall. And Costner goes up into the wall at the same time, and then here comes Smetana, just the closing rates of these cars, and Rick Ray Vaughn had to clip the grass to avoid that. All right, now that I got a chance to breathe on that, here's my list of most Indy wins, most INDYCAR race wins without a championship. Elio Castroneves has 31 race wins, no championship. Ralph De Palma has 24 race wins, no championship. Bill Holland has 21 race wins, no championship. Those are the top 3 that I know of. So I guess with the next, who is the next? Adrian Fernandez, he has 11 wins and no championship. Pato O'Ward, he has, 10 wins and no championship. Colton Herta, well, he's gone off to do something else. I guess he doesn't count anymore. As Rick Ray Vaughn back on the lead lap. Wow, that's going to be fun to watch. Let me see here. My season champion. Yeah, that's the top 3 that I can find right now.
That's kind of hard to think about, to realize people don't have a championship because I don't know.
Well, I mean, it could be it could be just being unlucky, but I mean, does Elio Castroneves want to trade in his 4 Indy 500 championships, Indy 4 Indy 500 wins for a championship? Does Ralph De Palma want to do that? Bill Holland, he won the Indy 500. Does he want to do that? Rex Mays is on the list. Does he want to do that? Adrian Fernandez, now he has. I think Adrian Fernandez has a 500-mile race win. But he has no championships. But I think he has the next, in the modern era, next most number of wins without a championship, and he has 11. And Pato O'Ward is now quickly catching him. I think Pato now is at 10.
Count Rossi and Stato. That's the one that
Rossi has 8 wins, and he's on that list as well. Scott McLaughlin has 7 wins. He's on that list.
But listen. No, it's about big name to be a 4-time champion like a Castroneves, and don't win nothing, the championship. For example, I still thinking about why Demi Hamlin don't have a champion. That's my concern. It's like it's really surprised me to don't have a champion to him. That's why it's like maybe it's the same
Pato has
caliber
9.
like Castro Neves.
Yeah, as I see the top 8 here, it's Castro Neves with 31, Ralph De Palma with 24, Bill Holland with 21, Rick Mays with 12, Fernandez with 11, Frank Lockhart with 9, Pato O'Ward with 9, and Colton Herta with 9 wins. Those are the top 8 drivers with the most wins, but no IndyCar championship yet. And you could put on that list also Rossi. 11 to go here at Indianapolis for the Votive Indy Oval Series finale here. Coming to 10 to go for the green flag, as bringing them down for a slow restart is Ryan Campbell, and we are already starting the weave going into 1. It is Campbell, Quilla, Clindy, Stouffer, and Ricky Paz in his first race in the series. He is now in 5th, fighting for the win with 10 laps to go here at Indianapolis. We're going to go 3 wide down the backstretch. Clindy on the outside, Quilla in the middle, and here comes A.J. Hobson to the middle. We got contact. Paz and Quilla and Clindy, and DeRozzo's in it. And I think we were just a little too ambitious here for everybody.
Let me see.
I don't think
I answered that question in there. I didn't see the incident. Two back.
Watch Paz. He's now behind Clindy. They're effectively almost 4 wide, and then contact between Quilla and Paz. And Clindy, I must have got booted from behind.
Yeah, for Quilla. But all started from Ricky kind of off of the line, because it's plenty on the line. So Ricky's going too far on the line, and that's why everything happened with Quilla and Durazo. Still Russell running. Yeah.
And how did Andrew Wood miss this? Okay, he just steered underneath it. Oh, we got to watch from Andrew Wood's. We got to watch from his point of view. Watch this. Watch this. As he had Clindy spinning out in front of him. Watch this. But he has no place to go. He is trapped. He's effectively pinned up against the wall. There's the contact. And wow. Let's watch in full speed, shall we? Oh gosh, so lucky. There's nothing he could have done. I mean, if Clindy didn't get out of the way, he would have been right in him, and there was no amount of braking or anything. So Campbell now looking for his 3rd win of the season, and he's going to wanting to book in this season with a win at the biggest race of the year at the Votive Indy Derby, and then the biggest race to end the year here at Indianapolis. So he wants to book in this season and get his 3rd win this season as well. It's Campbell, your leader, Stouffer, A.J. Hobson, back in a podium position, Lewis. What can I say about this guy? He loves Indy.
Yeah, for sure. I remember he have a. I don't know if his teammate was Nate Groot in that time, but I saw it many times working together and have a good performance always in Indianapolis. So it's a pretty good job for him. I was thinking about it. If the rest is out, Seb Alexander could be take the 2nd place, and Logan Edwards is not here.
Logan Edwards is out, so he's in 27th spot.
It is out. Stouffer could be, if we win in the race, finish 2nd, or maybe finish 3rd. Rashadid is not here.
You hear all the cars coming by as they're trying to burn off that extra fuel.
Not here, actually. Well, it is there. Seb Alexander, if he's coming to the front, now it's an 8. Could be finished second.
So Durazo stays out with Clindy coming to pit road. He will actually pick up a position on Clindy by just staying out. He's not going to take the green flag, but he's going to do another lap over Clindy, and he will get a position on Clindy. Oh, I don't know. That's some crucial points right there.
Sure. Not really a big point, but
it might be 5 points. It might be 5 points or so at the most.
Yeah.
I can't recall the point system. I have to go back and look here. Murph going all the way down to the apron, playing around on the backstretch. Okay, so we are going to go green with 6 to go. So basically a qualification attempt and a half.
Yes.
15 miles to finish this race.
Oh, 70 points.
So, and let's give a shout out to Casey Povolonis. He started from the pole and fell back rapidly through the field after the first couple of pit stops. He's back in the top 10 now. He's up to 6th. Jacob Collins up 15 spots to 5th. Andrew Wood up 4 spots to 4th. A.J. Hobson up 11 spots to 3rd. Stouffer up 8 spots to 2nd. And Campbell up 14 spots to the lead. Here we go. Green flag with 6 to go here at Indianapolis.
I was thinking about it. Seb Alexander have the car touch.
Durazo, black flag. I think he must have sped coming to pit road. Doesn't really matter. 2 wide now. We're going to go 3 wide. Andrew Wood to the high side. Catalyst going to try to start a fire here. No! Coming down to 5 to go. Sticking to the bottom side of the racetrack. Campbell, Stouffer, Wood. 3 guys with a lot of experience. And here comes our pole sitter, Casey Povolonis. He's back in the battle. Jacob Collins in the picture. Gary Lovern is up here.
Andrew Wood.
Oh, contact! A.J. Hobson into the wall off of 2 almost. I think he did get the wall. And he falls back rapidly. I think Hobson is now out of the running. So now it's Campbell, Stouffer, Wood, Povolonis, and Collins, your top 5.
Oh, Rick Raybon have a contact with Adam Dame.
Adam May? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Andrew Wood up top. He is going to stick it out up there. 3 wide through the north-south end of the racetrack. We're heading through turn 2, now back north.
Campbell have the position to win the race by IRL line.
And he stays low through 3. Stouffer stays in the high line, and now he blocks a little bit on Wood. Wood decides to swap down and go low. Stouffer closes the door, down the straightaway, coming to 3 to go. Oh, we're wrecking. Alexander.
Oh, no.
He's going to have to tow. We're not going to go caution. No, he's going to tow.
Oh, have a contact with Chris Forsyth.
Wood makes contact with Stouffer to the inside, down the backstretch. It is Campbell, Stouffer, Wood, Collins, now Povolonis. Rick Ray Vaughn now up to 5th. I told you to watch this. He'd be fun. Coming to 2 to go, this time by Campbell to the bottom, Stouffer right behind him. Wood trying to find an opening. Wood might stick it down to the bottom. Nope. Campbell's going to stay low. Stouffer's going to go high. Wood's going to go higher. Here comes Collins. Here comes Ray Vaughn. I cannot get the words out quick enough. Here we go, 3 wide into turn 2. Down to the bottom on the white line once again. Campbell, Stouffer trying to get to the run on the high side, and here comes Andrew Wood. And Wood now has to defend against Rick Ray Vaughan. Coming to a white flag, this time by.
I don't know how away came Rick Ray Vaughan on the front again.
Oh, Stouffer leads him going into 1. But the bottom line is still the better line. Campbell's going to lead him off a 2. Down the backstretch. All the way down to the white line. Here comes Stouffer to the high side. And going to the inside is Rick Ray Vaughan, and he's going to brute force his way to the front 4 wide. And Rick Ray Vaughan goes to the point, and they're wrecking behind. Here they come out of turn 4. Rick Ray Vaughan is going to get this thing by stealing at the end by going 4 wide. 2 more cars take each other out, and it's going to be Rick Ray Vaughan. I told you to watch this guy, and he wins.
He went to the grass. He went to the grass, and the people complaining. That's what I hear, but it's a contact with Andrew Wood and Stouffer. Because, you know what? Because Campbell is really nice. Left Rick Ray Vaughan to win the race. Normally don't do that. They have a contact over there. Oh, my. You know what? The contact between the Wood and Stouffer made contact with the Campbell. Campbell hit the wall and hit Murphy. And Murphy was finished 2nd, and now it's finished 5th.
Here you go. This is what you said. What everyone saw here. We'll reset this a little bit. And you watch Rick Ray Vaughan in that white car. He goes down to the grass. And you know what? Campbell could have forced him and held him down there. And he didn't. He was a nice guy. He gave him room. And you know what happens to being a nice guy sometimes.
My man, if I'm racing, I don't even move my car to the left. To the right, sorry. If I'm racing, I be on the front, for sure I want to do it. But yeah, that's unfortunate because nice, even Will Stern have a contact, even finish, even is no Gary Lobner going for the podium. But well, Jacob Collins finished in.
Yeah, watch Jacob Collins. Watch this
happen.
happens in front of Jacob. Just. Jeez. Oh my goodness.
Even AJ Hobson with no wheel finished 6th. Crazy.
And you know, with Rick winning, everyone needs to start popping their popcorn now because it's going to be. I know at least another half hour before I get dinner, I think.
Okay. One question, and that's it. Maybe you could pop in the interview and said, okay, so you have a shout out, Sandy. I said, no, thank you so much.
Get it all out now, Rick.
Just remember the last time he came to the interview, it was like a while, so you have a lot of to say things.
And he always wants you to say something. So, do you want to ask the first question to him?
No.
Here's your finishing order here for a very exciting Indy 300 here, in season 3 of the Votive Indy Oval Series. Rick Ray Vaughan with his with the win there, and let's see, did he get a win earlier this season? Yes, he did. So he gets a second win this season. He won at Twin Ring Motegi in round 3. Mason Mitchum second, Jacob Collins third, Gary Lovern fourth, Mark Murphy fifth, AJ Hobson sixth. All these guys I think we're crossing the finish line in some form of being damaged. So if the standings, consider these standings unofficial. Stearns in 7th. Great race for Stearns. Forsyth in 8th. Adam May, a great race for him in 9th. And Casey Povolonis, who started from the pole in 10th. And we got to look at all the positions gained here by people in the top 10. We'll talk about that here in a second, and we'll allow you to give your driver of the race. Campbell to 11th, Stouffer in 12th, Trey Shadid 13th, Andrew Wood 14th, Peter Smetana in his opening race here in the series, pretty impressive, comes home 15th, Turner Johnson 16th, Wayne Campbell 17th, Seb 18th, Anna Klimek 19th, Clindy 20th. Durazo at 21st, so Clindy still finishes ahead of Durazo in the final race of the season. Ricky Paz 22nd, but a good opening campaign for him and his first start in the series. Ty Quilla up in the front all day and 23rd, Pahutsky 24th, Coster 25th, Marquez 26th, Logan Edwards 27th, Santos 28th, Coker at 29th, and Peterson at 30th, and we got more still. Ingrave, Heisong, Kirkenbauer, Jeremy, and I don't think Jesper took the green flag, but 35 cars is what we're going to classify.
No, he didn't take the flag.
Okay.
Wheels turn. Gonna be
Your driver of the race?
yes, and race is under review. So means
All right, so hold on a sec. So Rick Ray Vaughn improves 21 spots, got the win. Mason Mitchum improves 24 spots, came home second. Jacob Collins improves 17 spots for third. Gary Lovern, 15 spots for fourth. Mark Murphy, 13 spots for fifth. AJ Hobson, a very pedestrian 8 spots for sixth. Will Stearns, 28 spots. He started 35th and finished 7th. Craig Forsyth, only 5 spots improved to finish 8th. Adam May, 19 spots improved to finish in 9th. And Povolonis started for the pole, finished 10th, lost 9. He's kind of the biggest loser out of all. But still, I mean, you've got a top 10 out of this Indy. Where are we seeing a race under review?
well, the race control told me it's under review. They're working, so you can keep going with your interview. Oh no. Oh. Wait, let me confirm. I think okay. I think it's official. This is look like a year end that time when I have to hear everything on the review.
So you hear everything. So yeah, we're gonna cut back. So everything, these are unofficial results.
I have an official. Rick Raven is not the winner. The race control said he make the pass crossing the white line, means it's not allowed that. So Mason Mitchum is the winner. Jacob Collins second, and Gary Loveness is third.
Okay.
That's the official by race control.
And that is why we said everything is unofficial. So now we have an official. So what we will do is we will bring up so Gary Lovern is finishing third, right?
Yes.
So is Gary all around? I would imagine that he wants to talk. Can we get a message into him and say, come back?
I will do it. Give me 1 second.
All right.
In between. Based on Mitchum first. Okay, cool. So, calling Mitchum and missing Gary. I will find it for you. Sure. I will find it.
Okay, so we are looking a bit of a. Okay, Jacob Collins. I guess we will bring up Jacob Collins first. And again, we'll call it unofficial, but this seems to be the decision by race control. Here are. Let me bring this up again here too.
Somebody's not gonna be happy, but it is rules is rules. Though.
Okay, so here we go.
Way.
Unofficial. Now we have the new. So the new classification is Mitchum, Collins, and Lovern. Your top three. So we will. Gary Lovern has now entered the chat, so we will bring him into the room. I don't even have replays queued up here, so we will find Gary Lovern here, and we will queue up his replay. Let me put on the B-roll again real quick. We're just
sure.
Bit of a
take your time. Kind of crazy though, because it's let's be honest, that line is not the line you have to use to make the pass. I know you make the pass and was safe but unsafe. So at the same time, it's like, yeah, good guy Campbell did that, but yeah, it's not like have to be.
All right, so I won't be able to put up. I'll just put up their names. I can't put up their stat lines because their stat lines are still going to show the unofficial results. But we'll bring up Gary here. And let's bring up Gary Lovern. So here he is, Gary Lovern. Just like maybe as surprised as Mario Andretti was the morning after the 81 Indy 500 to find that all of a sudden he won the Indy 500 on a steward's decision. Maybe not. Your racecraft has improved over the last couple of months. You've definitely picked up a lot of pace, moved over to a new team from Altena Autosports now to the VRL squad, and reward them really in their faith in you with a podium finish here in the closing stages here at Indianapolis. Talk about your race. I mean, you started kind of towards the rear a little bit. You started 19th, and you worked your way up 15 spots to actually, I guess, 16th spot now to get the third place classification. But talk about the race out there. The middle stints seem to be pretty smooth, but the later stints seem to be a lot of elbows out. Talk about the conditions and how you got there.
Yeah, the middle stints, we were just saving fuel. And then that last pit stop, we were just, going for it. I got lucky, made some good pit stops, and found my way to the front. Actually, I was on my way to go sit down on the couch and watch the broadcast when I got a message and I had an interview. So I'm kind of surprised and shocked at that. Not sure what happened. I'll have to watch the broadcast.
Yeah, everything's unofficial, but we're just learning about it now. So you crossed the line fourth, and then some stewards' decisions were made, and that bumped you up to third. Other than that, shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors. I mean, it's kind of unexpected, so you might not be prepared. So go right ahead, take all the time you need. You're kind of with a new team, and you kind of rewarded them with a pretty good performance here, moving up, improving 15, 16 spots here to get the podium.
Yeah, I want to thank Shane Coker for letting me on the team Votive. He's helped me out a lot. I mean, between all of us, we share a lot of information, and it's just made us all pretty much better. So I'm glad to be on the team, and I just want to thank Shane Coker.
Well,
And you
congratulations,
guys,
Gary.
of course.
Oh, no problem.
yeah,
It's
thank you.
we very little what we do, but thank you very much. We appreciate it. But man, it's good to see you up on the podium. I think we had you for a podium interview in Dark Horse, so you finished on a podium once, at least in Dark Horse, and now I got a podium finish here to wrap up season 3. So looking forward to a season 4 with a lot of momentum. Gary Lovern, congratulations, P3 at Indianapolis for the 300.
Thank you, sir. You guys have a good evening.
You take care.
All right.
Gary Lovern, just as shocked as Mario Andretti was the morning after the 1981 Indy 500, I think.
At least after 5 or 10 minutes after the race, but not like on the next in the morning.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Let's bring up Jacob Collins, and here is Jacob Collins. Jacob, in that battle in the top 5 there in the closing stages, and are awarded with a in the clubhouse P2 with a reclassification of the scoring. Talk about your race. You just kind of bided your time and improved yourself 17, 18 spots, depending on how you want to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, Indy's kind of just a game of patience and trying to work your way through the field, making every opportunity you can in front of you kind of work out. There was a lot of guys making contact with the wall, sliding around a lot, so you're able to get a pretty good charge through the field if you knew where to put the car to try to make your way forward, and ultimately staying out late on that last cycle before the end stint, or what should have been an end stint had it stayed green the whole time with Anna there, was kind of what sealed me into the fight there.
Closing stages, a lot of elbows out, a lot of aggressive racing there at the end. Is it just Indy, or was the maybe it was because the setup was, how was the setup? Was it that comfortable?
I think it was comfortable, but it was on edge enough where if you overstepped it, I saw Mark Murphy at one point coming off of 4, slide all 4 tires and slide up the track. So it was definitely something where you could overstep it a little bit, but it was in the comfort zone enough where you could run, 2, 3, 4 cars wide, and you couldn't really pull away from anybody, but that's kind of just how Indian is now, especially with the car post-update. So it's just kind of how it is now.
Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anybody you want to say hi to on this Peekaboo P2?
Yeah, I want to shout out Sammy, my girlfriend, my mom and dad, the entire road racing team. We've got like 9 guys, so I won't list them all off individually, but you know who you all are there. And, the P1 guys here for putting these races on, Shane Coker for the league, Techtopia Systems, our system integrator sponsor, so I'll shout them out as well. And really glad just to put up a solid finish before the end of the season here. It's been a bit of an up and down one for me, and I'm glad to have put a result in that kind of shows that I'm still able to hang with the big dogs.
Well, we'll see you Monday night with the Indy Next broadcast, but congratulations here Sunday night with the P2 at Indianapolis.
Thank you.
All right. Now let's bring up Mason Mitchum and and here is Mason. Surprise. Congratulations and surprise on your first win here on the Votive team and the Votive League. And you are awarded the win at Indianapolis. Congratulations, sir. In the Rocket Pop. Talk about your race.
Yeah, okay. It was a very hard race to pass people, first off. It was a bit of a line, so I just elected to save gas as long as possible, try to overcut as much as possible. I think that kind of helped out a lot going into that last stint. I really gained a lot of spots that way. But the ending of the race turned into a mega crash city race. All right, just crashes everywhere. Just became just avoiding. I gained spots, and then on that very last lap, it seemed like the entire front group crashed. That ended up being a bit wild, and I probably didn't really deserve to be as high up as I did, honestly. And I'll say that first off, but I'm not going to complain.
Well, I mean, we've seen other racers in the history of Indy 500 or races in Indianapolis that just maybe they felt they didn't deserve it, but they just hung around, and then they were in the end of it, in the thick of it, at the end of it. Let's talk about Scott Goodyear in '92, for instance, getting out-dueled just barely by Al Unser Jr. As he started 33rd that season. You started 22nd, you started 26th, so almost in a very similar position, and improved to 25 spots to get the win. You just got to put your car in the position, and sometimes we've talked about this before, that people have jokingly called it the Gary strat, because it was a strat that I utilized a lot, is allowing cars in front of you to do the work of putting themselves out of the race, so you're making the easiest pass on the racetrack where they're on pit road. And there's nothing wrong with making those type of passes, and then eventually you walk your way into a win. And it proves once again, it doesn't matter if you're the fastest car. It doesn't matter if you're the fastest car every single lap. It's where you are at that last lap of the race, and you put yourself in a position to get that win. I know you want to get the win, in a more racing related and not getting it awarded to you, but still, you put yourself and you made key decisions to get yourself in the position for that win. You got to give yourself some credit.
Yeah, and I think, and I've always said this, like, I'm never gonna say I'm like the fastest person or anything like that, but I think like one of the top skills that I use all the time is crash avoidance, right? Like, I want to make sure to always be in the safe place, because as cars crash, then one after the other, it's just a free spot, like you just said. And yeah, I think at the end it was a lot of just crash avoidance, and that's what got me there. I do kind of feel like it was a Pato award. I think it was St. Petersburg or something like that. Last year, maybe this year, or last year, I think. Victory, where I got one where honestly, I didn't actually finish first, but at the end of the day, a win is a win, and I will take them any way I get them. I'm just happy to have won finally in Votive. It took a while. There's a lot of amazing racers in here. Like, just some people I've told Clinty I think he's a world class racer. And there is plenty of others out here that I think could qualify for that as well. So I'm overjoyed to win at Indy. It's the biggest track you can win at. I'm so happy to have won.
I'll throw another name at you. I think it was during the 95 or 85 IndyCar season at San Air. Pancho Carter got the checkered flag first, but the win was given to Johnny Rutherford after the race. So it's multiple times in IndyCar history where someone has taken the checkered flag and then someone else was awarded the race after the fact. And, and putting yourself in company with Pato O'Ward and Johnny Rutherford, those are really two good drivers that I would want to be associated with. So congratulations on the win. Take the dub. And I know we will see you in victory lane with another more proper win if you think so. But a win in Indianapolis is still a win in Indianapolis. So go drink the milk, go celebrate. Any shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone want to say hi to before we let you go?
Yeah, I really want to thank Shane. He's really put on a great league. This league has grown so much over the last couple of years. We started off as kind of like a league, mid-tier. We want to get people who are, trying to grind up and become good in this car, and then it's turned into something crazy. Now we're getting 35, sometimes even up to 40 people in races. I don't see very many other leagues that can pull off having 35 to 40 cars and also not having tons of crashes and things like that. So Shane has really built up a culture in this league to where we have these races that are I would say, in my opinion, one of the best leagues that you can have on iRacing for the IndyCar. And P1 is out there just pushing us, and I love to see that. And so I'm so thankful for you guys because you guys do an amazing job. You come out here, you do 12 races or however many races that we've done, and you do a great job every single time. And I really enjoy going back and watching these. Once these races are over, and just, man, I love hearing the announcing. It just sounds so good. And then last, or not last, I don't want to get in trouble here. I want to thank my dad. We had some family things going on today, and I was just telling him about this, and he tuned in and wanted to check it out. And this, I think, would be the first one that he's got to see. And I don't know how I somehow won, and that is freaking crazy to me. So I just want to say thanks, Dad. I know we had a good day today, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time seeing kind of what iRacing's all about. It's not a game; it's a simulation. No, I'm just kidding. But I hope you enjoyed it. And also, my girlfriend Mariella, she's always here. She's my crew chief. Getting me some water every now and then. I need to go get some milk now. I need to tell her.
Proper, yeah.
But she's wonderful. I'm so happy that she enjoys the sim racing stuff as much as I do. She loves to watch and watch along, and she cheers me on, so that's great. But other than that, that's all I got. I'll leave it to you guys, and just have a great night, everybody.
So another Texan does well at Indianapolis. 4 wins by A.J. Foyt, 3 wins by Johnny Rutherford, and now a win today by Mason Mitchum in the Rocket Pop here in the 300 for Votive. Congratulations on the dub, and we'll see you when Season 4 commences here in January.
See you.
All right. Don't go anywhere, anybody. Don't go anywhere, because now we are bringing in our champion, Clindy. And here he is, our season champion, back-to-back, reigning, defending champion, Kyle Clinworth. Clindy, congratulations on backing up your championship. That's 2 leagues you've done it now in. And you won last season's Votive championship by the slimmest of all margins. And this year you're like, man, I'm not giving anybody any chance. I'm just going to stomp them. And you put this to bed very, very early. But you repeated over on the ISRA. You now repeated over here in the Votive. So now getting the valuable experience of what it takes to repeat as a series champion is being put under your belt. This has got to be helping your confidence and everything, just kind of leading up to your skill set just getting deeper and deeper and better and better and sharper as you go through more and more races and backing up your championships with another championship.
Well, hey, I appreciate the flattery, Gary. It's all because of Shane Coker that I'm here. I love this league. I love the competition in it. I love sharing the racetrack with nearly 40 other cars every single weekend, or when we get the chance to race in Votive. This environment is just second to none when it comes to league racing, in my opinion. And we have some of the best names on the service who go wheel to wheel. And, I like to think that we're all friends off the track, and we push each other's buttons on the track sometimes, and that's fine. But it's all about making the right inputs to make the right moves, to be in the right place at the right time. And I did that a lot this season. And I don't want to say that I got to let my foot off the gas, but I just had a little bit of a misfortune between here and Vegas, and it just didn't finish out as strong as I had started. So even though I had it locked up more or less, I still want to show up and put on a good show for everybody watching at home and all my friends and family. And I'm glad that this race looked incredible on the broadcast from what I've looked at so far. It's probably a little bit too cold for great skillful racing. It was a little packy, but it's tinkering and tuning that we can come back to, because I'm sure we'll be back to Indianapolis.
Talk about your Indy race, and then we'll have you reflect on your season. Again, in the running of it, in the bitter state, towards the bitter end, much like the Elite Racing League, and also here, much the same way in the closing stages, and then contact kind of put you out. What happened there in the closing stages that put you into the wall in turn 3?
I mean, quite frankly, the car and the track and the setup facilitated the ability to go 4 wide on the straightaways, where you can fit pretty much exactly 4 cars. But that 4 wide doesn't really work in the corners.
No.
So somebody had to blink, and I think Hobson on the bottom did lift and got out of there in time. But Campbell, Keela, and I, were racing as if we were going to be 4 wide. And I think the car behind me and Ty, I think it was Ricky, just Mitch misjudged the turn in, because I think Ty and I turned in late to accommodate the possibility of there being 4 wide. And I think Ricky's left front tagged Ty's right rear, and then I get collected and a whole bunch of other people get collected. And it's just the nature of close packy racing. It's going to happen, and everybody there is going for the win. There's not a whole lot to be mad about. It's just a bunch of drivers doing the best they can to try to win the race.
As someone that sees a lot of younger, newer drivers that come into the car or the community, we had kind of 2 drivers up at the front portions of today's race that we don't see a lot of. What are your assessments of them? Paz had a pretty good race there up until the end, where you talked about the contact, and Smetana also was up there. We had to look at Smetana's I rating and realize that he was a 6K guy. So how do you rate racing those guys up there the first time? There's always, I know when I raced, there was always a trepidation, even though you're racing someone that has a lot of I rating or a lot of experiences, you just never raced with them. So you're not sure how they're going to race. How we're racing those new guys up there today.
It was awesome. I welcome anybody with a large I rating to come race in here. You'll find the field is very deep, top to bottom, tip to tail. Everybody's got a lot of pace and a lot of racecraft, and no one stuck out today as not belonging. So I think everybody on the track today belonged there.
Talk about the season in review. Got a couple wins this season. I know you wanted more, but basically your season was built off a lot of consistency, and a lot of consistency up front and finishing on the podium.
Yeah, I mean, I think when we were going into Vegas, my worst finish of the season, or like back to maybe Texas of last season, was fourth, and that's just incredible to me that I can come out and just perform at a high level every Sunday night, and I just it's about executing and focusing and bringing home the ultimate picture, which was the championship. Race wins are nice, but if you can get the championship, that's what pays the bills. So.
Thoughts on going three-peat now? Going along the lines of a Seb Bourdais or a Pelot. Thoughts on if you can do it? How do you feel?
I'm going to cut you a promo here, Gary. Not only will I three-peat, but I'll four-peat and I'll five-peat. And there will never be another new Votive champion again so long as I grace the league.
Well, we got Pelot that did a three-peat. We got Franchitti that we did a three-peat 2009, 2010, 2011. Seb Bourdais actually did the four-peat, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, you'd go up in history to meet Bourdais there, who's the only IndyCar driver to do a four-peat. Yeah, there you go, cutting your promo, dropping your mic there, and then ripping off the shirt, revealing the NWO shirt underneath. So, New World Order, led by Kyle Clenworth here, winning season 3 championship. Looking forward to season 4. Here's a schedule for everybody once more, the season 4 schedule. And we could talk about it a little bit with you while you're on the air with us right now, Clindy. We're going to start off at Kentucky again, go to Charlotte. Getting to go to Michigan for 300 miles, then Milwaukee Mile again. Then we'll go to Chicagoland, Homestead, Miami Speedway, Legacy Phoenix, then Auto Club. We're going to finish the season with 2 300-milers at Auto Club in Indianapolis. All tracks that you feel pretty good at?
Yeah, I love next season's schedule. I think the only track that I'm not good at is Milwaukee, but that one got added, right? So
yeah,
every other set and every other track I've got it circled as Podium City. So
what's next on the resume for Clindy and Votive? Is it getting that Indy Derby win, or getting the win at Indianapolis, which just seemed to escape you for the last couple of seasons?
I don't care about winning at the Rectangle. It's fun, but it's not a place that has chosen me. It picks its own winners, and I've not yet been deemed worthy for this league, and that's fine. I'll just go win the officials in May, or the Hoosier 500 coming up here in December. So, I got to put the effort in, and I probably need to get a little bit better here, but I executed my green flag pit stops today, probably the best I ever have. I came out ahead of Ty on one of those cycles when he was in front of me prior to the stop. I've never done that. I've never passed a teammate under a green flag cycle before. So I'm very proud of that. I've been working really hard on my pit entry and my ability to be more consistent. My tire wear was fine. My tools were fine. I felt like I had everything I needed to win the race today. And, when I crashed, I was leading by a nose. So, just one, I'm not going to miss not winning this race. But definitely those derbies stick out. That's my white whale. I'm definitely going to do my best to get one of those on the resume. Otherwise, this league is not complete for me. I've got to go ring hunting.
All right. Well, shout outs, friends, family, sponsors, anybody you want to say hi to. Take all the time you need. Cut another promo if you like. You are the champion. You earned the right, so go right ahead, sir. The microphone's all yours.
Yeah, first and foremost to my mom. She tunes in every week, and she came out and watched when we did the race at Vegas here, and I felt so bad that I couldn't have dominated that one like I wanted to with her in the room with me. But there will be more races and more time in the future, so I really appreciate my mom. I love her so much that she can
Your mom's awesome.
cheer me on, and
yep.
She is awesome. She's the best mom I could ever ask for, and lucky me, she's my mom, right? So
who makes some mean banana bread? That's all I have to say about that.
Well, thank you, Gary. I get to revel in it whenever I go home. And thanks to all my teammates at Rogue Racing. Oh, and my cousin Craig. He's probably my second biggest fan, but he was busy with harvesting because he runs Sugarman Farms in Monk, Illinois. So happy that he can tune in and we can talk shop about racing and about harvesting in the farm and all that. And all my teammates at Rogue Racing, and we put up a podium today with Jacob, so he did all the right moves at the end there to finish on the podium, and just all the competitors tip to tail in this league, right? I just cannot say enough about Cat Durazo, who finished second. He had a great championship fight, and it's like a Mark Martin like season, right? It's like, oh, you had a really great season, but you lost to Jeff Gordon. So I don't want to make too many NASCAR comparisons, but I'm a convert, right? So, and then obviously thanks to you guys at P1 Broadcasting in the booth for putting these shows on, and thanks to all the fine folks at Techtopia Systems who helped present the Tuesday night top split and fixed, where Seb and I will be running for the championship here over the last few weeks. That will be fun between me, him, and all the alliance partners. You know, we make a really stacked field and a dangerous 4, 5, 6, or 7 cars in the top 10. So come out on Tuesday night and try to beat us. And then if you go to advanced.gg and check out with promo code ClendySendy, you'll get 15% off your order, and they make water supplements for gaming, hydration, energy, or focus needs. So, or even post-workout protein like caffeine stuff. So I don't work out besides behind the wheel or on my bike, so I haven't tried that, but it definitely helps me stay focused behind the wheel. So give them a look, and I think those are all the sponsors and all the plugs. But yeah, I just can't say enough about Shane Coker and what a great job he does running this league and putting practice on, where I serve as one of the 2 coaches. Me and my teammate Jacob will help you out with any questions you have about, you know, all the tracks on the schedule, or even what we're doing in fixed or in the Indy Next car, because Jacob's really good at that, way better than me. So we'll see how season 4 shakes out, and hopefully we go back to back to back.
All right, congratulations, Clindy, for going back to back and defending. We'll see you when this all starts all over again, January 11th.
Sure. Thanks, Gary. Thanks so much for the broadcast.
No problem. And boom, he's out. Okay, LGN. We do have the final points in, and I'm sure you got a chance to look at them. So Clindy wins the championship by 96 points over Dan Durazo. The Cat finished 4 points better than Seb Alexander, who will get on the bottom step of the podium and finish 3rd for the championship. Jacob Collins gains 5 spots with that podium finish here at the end to finish 4th in the championship, 26 behind Seb Alexander. Christopher comes home 5th, 4 points behind Jacob Collins. Mason Mitchum gains 7 spots in the final standings and finishes only 2 points behind Christopher. Mark Murphy finishes 7th. He finishes just 1 point behind Mason Mitchum. Trey Shadid fell 2 spots but finishes in the top 10. He finishes 8th, 6 spots behind Mark Murphy. Casey Povolonis, he finishes 3 spots better than where he started the day at, and he is now 9th, 3 points behind Trey Shadid. And Logan Edwards drops the most. He dropped 6 spots in the top 10, but finishes 7 points behind Povolonis. That is your top 10. But, man, I'm looking at the entire point structure here on Sim Racer Hub, and you could go to simracerhub.com and just search Votive Indy Oval Series, and you can see all these points for yourself. Just about every single position down to position 20 was separated by single digits. There's a few exceptions. 1, 2, 3 exceptions, 4 specifically if you want to talk about the big league Clindy had over Durazo. But everyone finished within single-digit points with the exception of 4 people, and they were pretty close themselves. 26 points separated Collins and Alexander and Collins. 13 points separated Edwards and Marquez, and 11 points separated Coker and Ingrave. But everyone else in the entire top 20, they're single digits. I mean, that's just one really good finish and to jump up the order. That's all it takes. It shows, I think it echoes a lot what you heard so many people say about the Votive Indy Oval Series. The racecraft is getting better. Everyone's racing harder, and these races are becoming much more difficult to win or even just do well in because everyone is here and they have their A game.
Yeah, it was a good race. Like you said, the standing was separated for 1 digit. All these, like I said, 4. One is 23 behind, and the other one is 96 and the ahead on front. But it was a pretty good race, though. It's really the first, if you want to talk about the race, you talk about the championship and stuff. But like I said, it's really tight. Everyone, the condition is the same for everyone. I know the names is different, but I think we have a different. For sure, Clendy won more the other ones this season. Actually, Clendy won two,
Two
only
races.
2 races.
Yeah.
The thing is, he have a good results. That's why he finished the championship on the top, and that's a good thing about this championship. At least we have a different names like a Campbell, Clendy, Raven, Santos, the Clendy again, and a Clemek, Campbell, Marquez, and Mitchell today in there. So if it's by rating experience, it should be Clendy win all the races. So or even Seb Alexander or even Taquila, people is racing in the fixer series. But we have a mix of the stuff, and that's make the championship more interesting, and also viewers, and also for comment for us actually for the broadcasting, make like a different thing, and don't say again this guy went again or this guy won again. So it's like it's a mix of stuff. So it's a good thing. And about the race, the first 100, even the first 80 laps, it was a kind of like a save. It's kind of crazy stuff like passing and kind of hit and stuff, and then the first yellow, and then couple yellows more came. We have 4 cautions today with 10 laps and passing. So in 1 hour and 32 minutes race. So and then the big thing about I know it's the last lap. You can do it for sure, but you can make the pass in the grass. Sorry, we can make the pass touching the line, but not make the pass for the grass, because you have 2 options. You can do the pass like a Raven did and pass clear, or just make the pass for the grass and have a contact for 4 cars on your right. So that's the 2 options. So it's 50-50. But let's put it on the table. If you cross the line, even if you're driving in the city, you cannot cross the white line because it's illegal. So at least race control did the right choice, but unfortunately, that contact, that pass, make all of this massive disorder in the turn 3 and then 4 with basically all the leaders get out and make Mitch and Collins and Lovner finish and top 5 basically after the result, the final result with Murphy with the car broken, and then Agent Hobson also too, and then Will Stern with coming from back to the front. Just strategy, just stay chill in the back and then catch some position on the front. So it was a kind of crazy race, and it's to be honest, I like to have this kind of races to the end than to have a race like he won the race by 10 seconds or 9 or 5 seconds. So at least we have this controversial stuff to make a conversation for the next season, whether we have when we come back on January 11th for the Kentucky Derby in there. So yeah, that's it.
We're watching
basically the result for the.
We'll leave it this. We're watching the replay here of what happened on the backstretch, and here you clearly see the left side tires getting below the white line, and the rules. I guess there's a couple different rules that are in play, and I'm not sure what the actual rule was here, but you cannot drop below the white line to improve your position, and I think ultimately that's what happens here. As he goes behind, actually goes into the grass, and then as he comes out of the corner, he does improve his position and doesn't give it back. I think almost goes behind the. Now it's interesting because it's so many things here, because you can go below the white line, but you don't see anyone passing. Well, you can go below the white line in the turns, but you can't go below the white line in the straightaways. So it's just very different, very very interesting here, it's a rough day, and I feel bad for everything that happened here with everybody. But race control you know, they make they make the hard decisions, and every now and then you have to make a hard decision, and that's kind of what happens there. Is you have to make a hard decision. So, getting back onto.
I think I put this on the table last year, not this year. Last year when they make this waving in the Indy 500 and cross the line,
the weaving,
the white line, the waving, and then the cross of the line for the white line, and then come back to the track. That's what I said. Don't do it again. So the next year when the Palou won, it's illegal so you cannot do that stuff. So basically, counted like we cannot do this stuff because it's make bad for the league and also make bad for the viewers. And also, it's like okay, he did that, so I can do it next year. I can do it in the next race, so I can do it this because he did that. So it's like let's basically he did that for sure. We have to stop it from run away and don't make it this improve more on the future. So
right.
I don't know. I feel bad also too. But the fair is fair. So Campbell is defend the position over there.
And it's interesting enough.
Nice.
I mean, for
nice.
For Ravon, he's been now kind of, I don't want to say victimized, but kind of called on rules for, was it the ISRA? He got two wheels over the white line for their Indy race, and then got black flagged for that, and then getting black flagged here for a steward decision, coming to the checkered flag here at Indianapolis for two wheels below the white line in the middle of the race. So, I just poor Rick, just wrong place, wrong time, I guess.
Yeah, sure. It was a really bad. And anyways, I know it's bad. I know it's really mad about the decision, but when you come into this league, or whatever league is in the Hawaii racing, you have to follow the rules, and that's the rules they have. So if they want to disqualify because you say something bad, sorry, Ben, but it is what it is. That's the rules of the game.
Yeah.
And if it's free for all for everything, if you want to crash everyone and your car is pretty good, it doesn't matter. So I don't know. That's the rules you have here. You have to follow.
All right, let's get on out of here. Give everyone back their Sunday nights. I haven't had dinner yet.
Oh, no.
My wife made dinner, and it's good. I know it is, so I'm looking forward to it. Baked spaghetti. Yeah, you don't sound impressed, but it's good. Trust me.
No, because no. I really impressed, but pasta after 10 p.m. is like a kind of heavy, though.
Yeah, well, am I going to tell my wife no?
Don't say that. Just go. Just eat it.
If I tell my wife no, and then you don't hear from me by tomorrow, you know exactly what happened to me. So I'm going to go eat my dinner that she slaved to go make for me. Yeah. Okay, let's get on out of here. That's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here from Indianapolis was Mason Mitchell getting awarded the win. Jacob Collins comes home second. Gary Lovern comes home in third. Best finishes for all those drivers for this season, for the final race of the season. And that's a great way to build your season, end of your season, to prepare for next season, which will start January 11th. We'll talk about that here in a second. But also congratulations to our Season 3 driver champion, Glindy, for defending his championship from Season 2. And can he go 3 for 3? Well, we'll find out. Join LGN and myself again on Sunday, January 11th, 2026 for round 1 of Season 4 of the Votive Indy Oval Series as the team of drivers begin the championship journey all over again and kick off the season with Votive's biggest race, the Votive Indy Derby from Kentucky Speedway. Coverage, as always, will begin approximately at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, it's 8:00 p.m. Eastern. Remember, it will be an all-new season, so for the correct broadcast time in your area, find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of tonight's race. If you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more P1's other iRacing programming, including our new triple header Monday nights, starting with Murph and Jacob Collins, who finished on the podium today at 7 o'clock now with the iRacing INDYCAR Open Series top split. And then at 9, it's Jacob Collins again with the brand new iRacing Indy Next Road Series Monday top split. And then at 9:05, it's me and Luis Gonzalez Nunez. We bring you the final few races of the Onyx Racing League's Lotus 79 series. It's the past, present, and future of open wheel racing on Monday nights, and it's all right here on P1, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss it. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with the Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook. You can follow them on X and Instagram. All the links you need are in the description. For business inquiries, to learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. You can follow all of our social links on Linktree. You can check those out in the description as well. So for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at Votive and at P1, I'm Gary Gatto saying to all, happy Sunday and thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again January 11th, 2026 in Kentucky for the next race of the Votive Indy Oval Series. So we'll see you. And once again, congratulations to our Season 3 champion, Kyle Clinworth, for backing up his Season 2 championship with another championship here in Season 3. We'll see you for Season 4 in January. Take care, everybody.